Hi everyone, so for today's lesson, we are going to talk about quadratic functions. So here are some words that you need to remember. First, let's define what a quadratic function is. So a quadratic function is also called as a second degree function, and it is of the form f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, or y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, wherein the value of y is equal to f of x. And we can also read f of x as the function of x, or f of x. For example, you have here f of x is equal to x squared and a table. So in this table, we are given the values of x. So we have -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So we have here the different values of y. So for the first one, you have there 9. So bakit siya naging 9? Kasi you just have to find the square of the x. So you have -3 times -3, so that would give us 9. -2 squared is 4. -1 squared is 1. 0 squared is 0. 1 squared is 1. So you have here 2 squared is 4. And then lastly, you have 3 squared is 9. So now we would need to get the first differences of our y's. So paano natin to kukuhanin? So the number from the right side, so for example 4, you would subtract it to the number to its left. So kunyari, itong una, you have 4 minus 9. So let's try to write them down. So 4 minus 9 is -5. 1 minus 4 is -3. 0 minus 1 is -1. 1 minus 0 is 1. And then 4 minus 1 is 3. And last one is 9 minus 4 is 5. So as you can see, our answers are correct. Next, we will find the second difference. So yung second difference, ito naman yung next layer. So ganun pa rin, isusubtract pa din, pero this time, you're going to subtract -3 from -5. So that would give us -3 minus -5 is 2. -1 minus -3 is 2. So everything would be equal to 2. Since our differences are equal, we can verify that this table is a quadratic function. So let's try another one. Let's go to our fourth activity. So for activity number 4, you have f of x is equal to x squared plus 3, wherein the values of your x are -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So I will give you some time to answer what would be the values of y. So you have 12 for the first one, 7 for the second one, 4 for the next, and we have 3, 4, 7, and lastly, we have 12. So first, find the first difference. Okay, so we have -5, -3, -1, 1, 3, and 5. Next, find the second difference. So as you can see, our second difference is all 2. Therefore, this equation is a quadratic function. Now, for some additional information, we have our general form. So you have here f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, wherein a, b, and c are all real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. So syempre, kapag naging 0 si a, hindi na siya mako-consider na quadratic function kasi magiging na siyang linear. We also have here the vertex form, which looks like f of x is equal to a, x minus h squared plus k, with hk as the coordinates of the vertex of the graph, wherein ang value daw ng h natin is equal to negative b over 2a, and ang value ng k natin is 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. So, kapag ganyan, hanapin nyo lang yung katapat. So, dito diba ito yung h? So, therefore, your h here is 2, and your k here is 5. So, ganyan lang kapag pinahanap ang h at k. Let's try next one. So, we are correct, 2 and 5. So, here in this example, you have f of x is equal to 2, x minus 1 squared plus 3. So, same pa din. H, H, K, K. So, we would get 1 and 3. So, for our last example, we have f of x is equal to 4 times x plus 5 squared minus 6. So, take note na okay, meron tayong h, but the symbols are different. So, what would you do if the symbols are different? So, you can rewrite the equation. So, this equation can be written as x minus negative 5. Para maging magkamukha na itong first equation tsaka yung example. So, therefore, ang magiging h mo ay negative 5. So, negative 5 yung h. And then, k. So, miss, bakit negative 6 yung k? Because your k there is positive. So, ibig sabihin, minultiply siya ng negative symbol for it to become negative. So, you have plus negative 6. So, that would be negative 6. So, your answer would be negative 5 and negative 6. So, papalitan nyo lang yung sign kapag hindi siya kamukha nung ating vertex form. So like what I said earlier, it can be written like this one. So that would be all for our lesson today, and I hope you learned something new. If you have any more questions, clarifications, do not hesitate to ask. That would be all, and thank you very much. I'll see you again next time. Bye!